A woman is like a tea bag. You never know how strong it is until it's in hot water. With the new day comes new strength and new thoughts. Great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, small minds discuss people. Freedom makes a huge requirement of every human being. With freedom comes responsibility. For the person who is unwilling to grow up, the person who does not want to carry his own weight, this is a frightening prospect. You gain strength, courage and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I have lived through this horror. I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Never allow a person to tell you no who doesn't have the power to say yes. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. In the long run, we shape our lives, and we shape ourselves. The process never ends until we die. And the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility. It takes courage to love, but pain through love is the purifying fire which those who love generously know. We all know people who are so much afraid of pain that they shut themselves up like clams in a shell and, giving out nothing, receive nothing and therefore shrink until life is a mere living death. People grow through experience if they meet life honestly and courageously. This is how character is built. Many people will walk in and out of your life, but only true friends will leave footprints in your heart. No matter how plain a woman may be, if truth and honesty are written across her face, she will be beautiful. I think, at a child's birth, if a mother could ask a fairy godmother to endow it with the most useful gift, that gift should be curiosity. We are afraid to care too much, for fear that the other person does not care at all. Remember always that you not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. The giving of love is an education in itself. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Anna Eleanor Roosevelt, October 11, 1884. Roosevelt was a member of the prominent American Roosevelt and Livingston families and a niece of President Theodore Roosevelt. She launched an experimental community at Arthurdale, West Virginia, for the families of unemployed miners, later widely regarded as a failure. She advocated for expanded roles for women in the workplace, the civil rights of African Americans and Asian Americans, and the rights of World War II refugees. She served as the first chair of the UN Commission on Human Rights and oversaw the drafting of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Later, she chaired the John F. Kennedy administration's Presidential Commission on the Status of Women. By the time of her death, Roosevelt was regarded as one of the most esteemed women in the world. The New York Times called her the object of almost universal respect in her obituary. In 1999, she was ranked 9th in the top 10 of Gallup's list of most widely admired people of the 20th century, and was found to rank as the most admired woman in 13 different years between 1948 and 1961 in Gallup's annual Most Admired Woman poll. Periodic surveys conducted by the Siena College Research Institute have consistently seen historians assess Roosevelt as the greatest American First Lady. President Harry S. Truman later called her the First Lady of the World, in tribute to her human rights achievements.